This is CNN.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the Boston bombings. I'm Carol Costello. Sarinov, the younger Sarinov, apparently gave investigators some pretty good clues about the bombing. He told them to look for his laptop, for example, in a dump about an hour away from Boston. The computer he tossed could be full of valuable information, but the suspect hasn't been nearly as generous since he was read his Miranda rights to remain silent and not incriminate himself. Of course, that also involves a right to an attorney. So how are prosecutors developing their case against him? Let's bring in our legal guys now. Avery Friedman is a civil rights attorney and law professor. He's in Cleveland. And Richard Herman is a New York criminal defense attorney and law professor. He joins us from Miami. Thanks so much to both of you for being with me today.
Hey, Carol.
Sure.
Hi. Richard, I'd like to start with you because we hear that Jahar Sarinov is sitting up in bed. He's in a medical facility at a prison right now. He's sitting up in bed and he's writing things. We don't know what he's writing, but in your mind, as a defense attorney, what should he be doing?
He should be pleading with his two attorneys, the one who went to Yale and the one that went to Harvard, to try to cut him some sort of deal to spare his life. That's what he should be doing. And whether or not they can do that, Carol, I think he has an excellent chance here of not getting the death penalty. And there are several reasons for that. But just understand that the state of Massachusetts does not have a state death penalty. And the victims here will have to consent to a death penalty. I'm not sure they're going to go there. This boy's going to claim my older brother brainwashed me, contrary to what Professor Fox said. That will be the theme during the trial. He was brainwashed by the 26-year-old, and he did everything under his spell, and that's why he did it. He had no prior history of any legal or criminal history,
good.
And he was a good kid. He was a hardworking kid in school. He doesn't deserve to die. Yeah, and Carol, let's look. Hypothetically, say that they never questioned him. Say he never made any statements at all. Could they still convict him based on the video surveillance,
Sure.
based on the admissions they made to other people? They have it. It doesn't matter what he said. Avery's right. The public safety exception stepped in. That gave them, and they took 72 hours with him, despite the city of Boston proclaiming early Saturday that there was no further threat and there were no other bombs that were going to go off. But despite that, he's not giving credible information at this point in time, and he's certainly not giving devastating information that the government needs to convict him. They have the conviction regardless of anything he says, and the question is, will they give him the death penalty? That's the question. Remember, Carol, you remember the D.C. sniper, Lee Boyd Malveaux. He made that same claim at court that he was brainwashed by the older co-conspirator. It did work. He did not get the death penalty.
He's in prison for life.
Right. That's what's going to happen.
There's a radical difference in terms of the facts.
He was 17 years old. This boy's 19.